10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Turn on the mic, you're muted.
How are you guys doing? Welcome to the stream. Yes, I'm muted. My apologies. How are you guys doing? Yes, say it loudly. I should have pinned your statement yesterday. Seems like I should have, on hindsight. El Savi, how are you? Welcome to the stream from Twitch. Usher8701, welcome, welcome, welcome. Anon Chaga, yes. Hey, Neil, I'm good, man. How are you doing? I normally don't stream on Fridays. But events unfolded yesterday. Serious events unfolded over in Stratford, over in England, not too far, stone's throw away from West Ham Stadium. Yes. They had to cancel FM25. Now, disappointed. Of course, we are. I think I think the statement came out. In case some of you haven't seen the statement, I mean, if you're here, you probably have read the statement. I can't believe if you haven't. It would be very strange. Okay, so we've got let's check out the statement first, okay? We regret to inform that following extensive internal discussion and careful consideration with Sega, who happen to be the owners of Sports Interactive. Let's get that very clear, so people understand the relationships here. A lot of people seem to think that SI can do things unilaterally. They can't. They want to make a statement, they got to go to Sega. In fact, one of the Paul Collier and Mark Collier don't really participate on the forums anymore because Sega basically told them don't participate on the forums anymore. So yes, thing here is that we have to remember Sega are their employers. So if Sega say you shut up, don't say anything until we release our Sega's financial reports, which happen to have gone out as well, right, on the same day. So Sega definitely wanted to make sure that there were no announcements being made before their financial reports, which is totally understandable. And they've decided that since the release date had been moved twice, and they had so many other issues, and they had to comply to stakeholders, the requirements of the stakeholders, right? Free legal, financial. That's I think that is got nothing to do with the women's football in the game, lah. IOSA. I think it's high time women had a stake in Football Manager, or rather, they had representation. It's just that you gotta remember that the Unity engine is not something simple, right? I've always said that for SI to move from their bespoke engine to the Unity engine, that would have been a lot of work, especially since you're talking about just the match engine, then the graphics engine. It's an incredible amount of work to turn around in a year. Now, I know that the design elements can be done much earlier, but still, you've got to put in the engine and look at the data, and then 8 million lines of code. I've always gone back to that, 8 million lines of code. I mean, if anybody has done any coding before, you know what I'm talking about. 8 million lines of code. It's a lot of code. Okay. Some people might say just give it to the AI. Now the AI is smarter. Actually, it's not that simple because the AI only learns, how do I put it? Only learns from previous human behavior, right? So if there's no previous human behavior to learn from, the AI can extract from that. It's not generative enough. Yeah. Hey, so I think I do feel like I have thoughts on this, right? But let's just go through this first. They prided themselves on delivering the best value for money games. That we gotta agree, that's true. I mean, you pay like £60 and you can play for 3,000 hours, right? So that's not no other game like that except for maybe Black Myth Wukong. Sorry, keep plugging that game. Or Baldur's Gate, which I can never play. They wanted to create the biggest technical and visual advancement in the series for a generation, laying the building blocks of a new era. Okay, now I'm going to get to this soon. I've got a lot to say about this. Due to a variety of challenges that we've been open to about the date, many unforeseen, we currently haven't achieved what we set out to do in enough areas of the game, despite the efforts of our team. It became unmistakably clear that we could not achieve the standard required even with the adjusted timeline. So the game wasn't looking pretty enough. In a nutshell, the overarching player experience and interface is not where it needs to be. Thank God for that, because if that interface has been the interface of the game, they would have died. Okay, everyone can agree, right? When you saw the initial mock-ups of the interface, no one was happy. I wasn't happy. I couldn't think of a single person that was actually happy with the interface. Now, and if that game had gone out with the interface that we was showed in the mock-ups, it would have been terrible. So I agree with this. I mean, remember the mock-ups, okay? These are all the mock-up screens. Remember this? What does it look different? No. I was like looking at this going, what the this is a 5-4 man here. What's this 5-4 5-star player? I mean, I'm an idiot, right? Am I an idiot? Remember what I said about this? There are 5 stars here. I'm not an idiot. You don't have to put a 5 here. Remember what I was saying about this being so daft? So these were the mock-up screens initially, and I was like, really? I mean, I'm still looking at this and getting pissed off. This is the one thing that got me really pissed off. I was so annoyed with this. What I never understood was this wingback, attacking midfielder +4, right? So certain parts of the UI again, not entirely clear. So I wasn't too. I thought this looked like, let's take an existing look and then carry on. And then what is this? Peak overall condition, fully fit. A player is a battery. Man, this is the Matrix, man. This is the Matrix. So when I was looking at all this, and when SI talk about the UI not being up to scratch, I know that they won't change too much from this. More like the colors and maybe a bit more of the usability. But they were talking about all this in general, right? They were basically talking about this. Of course, God only knows what this screen is all about. This is like the start. And again, if this is my UI, it's looking at the UI itself, right? This is quite a lot of space on my PC. And if I were to go through this, then when I came across this the first time, my idea was every one of these I have to be able to drill down. That's what I was looking at. No, so I know if SI is not happy with the UI, it's got to do with the drill down. Meaning, this is not leading to the page they want it to go to, and not doing it well enough. So stuff like this, and I wasn't like, jumping up and down when I saw these mock-ups. So this is what they're talking about when they're talking about the overarching experience of a player. The interface is not where we need to be. They're talking about navigation. They're talking about the usability. Also, the relationship between the console and the PC, and of course the mobile. I don't think the mobile and the PC will be usable because console only has got 10 leagues, right? And PC, I think console only has 5 leagues or 10 leagues. I think 10 leagues. The maximum number of leagues you can have on a console will be 10, and then there's unlimited number of leagues for the PC. So yeah, no, I think they never like those. I think there's some issues. A lot of people don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of the screens. So each decision to delay the release was aimed at getting the game closer to the desired level. But as we approach milestones at the turn of the year, became unmistakably clear that they could not achieve the standard required. Now, this is where I am a bit miffed. No, all right, I'll tell you why. Okay, now SI last year when they had FM24, they launched FM24. They spoke with a lot of confidence about how they thought FM25 was going to look like. And until today, right, I'm still thinking to myself, why did you open your mouths in the first place? By opening your mouths in the first place, you've built up an expectation that you already know what it looks like. I'm an idiot. When you talk about something looking damn good, I'm assuming you know it looks good because you've used it. Okay? It's like telling me, I can't wait for you to try the new Ferrari, man. Yeah, I can't wait for it. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be a fantastic experience driving the new Ferrari. Yeah, because I'm still driving the old, my old 1965 Mini. Okay, so I'm like excited. I think, oh, really cool. I'll put in the order for the new Ferrari. And then when time comes for me to take delivery of the Ferrari, you show me a picture of the Ferrari. This is what the Ferrari is supposed to look like. I'm like, dude, where's the car? Then it goes, we're not so happy with the car. We're going to delay the delivery of the car to you in another, maybe a year. Then I'm going, how did you know that the car was that good? I mean, I can draw you a freaking Ferrari too and tell you it looks brilliantly beautiful. So this is my issue with SI. Communication. I think SI could have done a much better job of communicating to the community at large instead of building up on hyping for FM25. They should have just shut up with FM24 and left it there. They wouldn't have screwed up because I actually raised that point before to some guys at SI. I said, look guys, you better, you that sure? They say, yeah, we're that sure. I'm like, so for me, a lot of goodwill that SI had just got burnt away. I mean, it just evaporated on the spot because then I started to question things like integrity and honesty. Because for me, I value that a lot in a person, and I value that a lot in my personal relationships. I can't lie. I have this one fundamental character flaw. I find it, it's not that I don't lie. I hate lying. And I'm not saying that SI lied, but this is as good as it gets, man. If you're telling me that FM25 looked great, and you didn't have a workable FM25 at that point and just an idea in your head, man, I can put an idea in your head too. And I can say it looked damn good. Because it's not fair. I don't think they should have done that, because especially when you start talking to the wider community in general and telling them this is what we think is going to look fantastic. I'm like, wow. That's bad, man. So I thought that was sad, They shouldn't have done that. They should not have done that. If they hadn't done that, they would have been fine. Then anybody could have accepted the fact that you're moving to a new engine and therefore there's going to be an issue with the game. I already expected there to be issues. I mean, any reasonable person would go, it's a huge challenge to move your entire bespoke engine onto another engine. Retraining your staff in some cases even hiring new staff, because you need to bring these people in. Then you've got to work with the Unity engine people to talk to them so that they can work with you. So it's not as if this is an engine you've created. You've got to work with a new team as well, and they've got to understand your needs. And not only that, but the Unity people will have to adapt as well. So I'm thinking to myself, man, that's a lot of bridges to cross. No, it's like I'm leading the invasion of Europe, and I'm planning everything from every force coming from north, south, east, west. I'm coordinating all of them right down to the bloody bullets that I have to put into the guns. That's a lot of work, man. So when I looked at the situation, I was going, there's a lot of stuff that you got to do. Then I was Why did SI go and talk about FM25 then? They should just stuck to FM24. It would have been so simple. Then you just focus on FM22 and 24 and just keep quiet about FM25. They're turning into one of those like companies, right? Or nations that promise you things that, oh, guess what? We will, by the year 2030, we'll have a colony on Mars. Does this sound familiar? It does, no? To me, it does. It sounds like you're one of those guys that likes to talk. You're full of hot air, man. Seriously. So while I'm like forgiving of forgiving of all this, like, you know, I'm not going in there and going like, I can understand the delay. I knew there was going to be I knew it was going to be a big challenge. I never once pretended that SI was going to get it done. No, I thought like the fact that they had play testing got me excited because it started having consumer play testing. You see, an extensive evaluation is demonstrated, including consumer play testing. We have clear validation for the new direction of the game and getting close. So when they invited all the guys over to the SI Towers, it was for them to finally get an idea that this is the kind of game that people want. All right, cool. Wow. So for me, it was like, you feel validated. Is it that somebody tried your game and they liked it? Oh, that's sad. So for me, I'm hoping that they go out there and they do it. I mean, I hope I'm not sounding too harsh. I don't think anybody should be fired. I think these are just mistakes that people are making. They're really noob mistakes in marketing and milestone revelations. I mean, you reveal milestones to your stakeholders. Of course, you do. You tell your stakeholders where your 5-year milestones are going to be, and where you are going to be, where you are, you know, where you sit on terms of those milestones, right? You do that, right? But you don't go out and tell people about the game without, you know, having something there and telling people that it's a great game. I think the cancellation, I'm fine with the cancellation. Honestly, seriously, I think it's no biggie for me. I kind of expected that to be a major issue, you know. Yeah, it's a major issue. I mean, like, yeah, they've been talking about Unity migration since FM23. Look, SI, when they plan things, it's 5 years in advance. So they were already working in Unity a long time ago. Right? So that much we do know. They don't like, oh yeah, guess what? Next month we're going to Unity. Okay, let's announce it. We're going to Unity next for FM25. But I don't care. It's been 3 weeks away. But they don't do that. They plan 5 years in advance. So they already knew this a long time ago. My only issue is the lack of communication. That's all. I know one of the reasons why there's a lack of communication is because they got stakeholders from here to Japan. Okay, from UK to Japan. Right? Not only that, they got licensee holders, they got Netflix, they got league licenses they got to worry about. While they're talking about all this, right, they can't even announce this because Sega has to report their financial numbers as well. So wow, now their hands are tied by Sega. On top of that, they also, if they're going to delay, they got to talk to all the other licenses, right, and tell them, hey, you know what, we got the Premier League license, but we're not launching 25. So can we just roll it over to 26? You know how much work they have to do before that? So I can understand the silence. Now that I totally can understand. What I don't understand is why they had to go and prepare everybody mentally for FM25 in 24. They shouldn't have done that. That's something they shouldn't have done. Okay, and then there's a lot of radio silence from them. You know, the forums out there in the Wild West. They could have just come out and said, look guys, like I said before many times, SI could have just gone in and done like, you know, back behind the scenes interviews with Miles while he's making his dessert at home, talking about his favorite hobbies, the guy's playing foosball. They could have done some, you know, human interest stories about the developers. People would have gobbled that up tomorrow, man. Looking out for little hints of whether or not what FM25 could be like. They could have just interpreted anything in the background as a clue of what FM25 is going to be like, and that would have been damn cool. That is the way you do a marketing drip, man. You don't tell people, you make people want more. That's marketing, not one-on-one. Don't go and tell them what's going to come out. That's like noob, man. Like somebody just graduated from marketing 101 first year lecture, first year student. Devastating news, but not too surprising. Hope we're all okay. I mean, I'm fine. I'm like, of course, I think some content creators, you know, their future, and basically it tied everything up to football manager like me. But I mean, I'm retired, so I'm kind of okay. Worst case scenario, I just sell something and, you know, pay the bills. But the thing is this, if you're building a life and your future is around football manager, I've told many people who wanted to go into, I wanted to become content creators around a game. My advice to them was, you've got to pivot, man. You've got to have other sources of income. You can't depend on one. What if that one decides, you know, to cancel the game? Wow. Such words. Shouldn't they have prepared a subscription to give database updates for the season? I'm sure most people wouldn't mind that. I don't think they can. I mean, if they could, they would, right? But they can't. I'll talk about what you can do as a player, okay, to give yourself a bit more latitude to play the game. But SI can't. They have an FAQ explaining exactly why. They can't do it because they're constrained by the licenses themselves. So if SI were to do an update, they're in trouble. They can't do that because their updates are tied to the licenses, so they can't really do that. So this against their so-called and they can't change the business model as well to start a subscription plan for people. I don't want to sound even more negative, but I'm even concerned. I'm concerned FM26 may have delays on these screenshots if you had on UI, and none of my experience seems they are far behind still on UI. I think they actually have an idea. I honestly believe the graphics engine for FM25 is there. I don't think it's a. I think it's more like, you see, the problem with all these kind of softwares, right? The issue that most of these software have is what we call module communication. It means when I input some data into one module, I need it to roll over into the other module seamlessly. So like training rolls over into the match day experience, and then the match day experience then rolls back into the player development or the training again, and then rolls into the news. And so they want that all to be seamless. So there's a lot of checks to do. Then you have to think about the UI itself, right? Okay, the UI has got like maybe say 10 panels, right? Okay, every panel you're gonna drill down, and you're gonna drill down. Okay, so they're gonna go and check every single drill down as well. So there's a fair bit of work to do to make sure that if I were to put some information into this module, like training, like some, you know, what I used to have an issue with, like, you know, clear-cut chances. I don't know if you guys remember this. Match stats, clear-cut chances will have one value in the match day experience, and then when you go to the data, right, if you go to the squad view, is another value. Then when you go to the data hub, is another value, right? So you got 3 different CCC values in the game. So that's what SI is trying to fix, because they know they've got people like me complaining all the time. I complain like nobody's business. No? When I see data that is not correct, right, I make a lot of noise, which is the reason why I don't do pure data-driven saves. I mean, I do data-assisted saves. I won't call myself a player that's going to do a completely attributeless save, because I might have views on that. Okay, so I know that you can do data-assisted saves, meaning you can take some elements of the data, but you got to be very picky about the data that you use. That's the kind of thing. So, yeah, I think SI have got a lot of work to do, and they're trying to rationalize all this in the game. Yeah, and I hope everything will go. But I do think, right, people shouldn't go around saying these guys should be fired, that guy should leave the job, or I think we should refrain from all that, because, guys, seriously, if you put yourselves in their shoes for a moment, okay, it's not easy, you know. It ain't easy. I mean, it's a very difficult industry to be in right now because there's a lot of attrition. Secondly, someone will step up and harakiri himself. These kind of things, there is always going to be that one person that steps out and says, I don't think this is smart. I don't think we're ready for this. Yeah, either they will quit or they will just go, I take the blame. Yeah. I'm chill since the delay of the release. I have the feeling of no FM25. They have to release a game with 0 dB updates if they release FM25 in March. Which, exactly, I think, you see, this is something that some people, we all should understand, right? If they release FM25 in March and then they release FM26, right, in November, that's what? March and November, that's barely 8 months apart. How would you guys have felt about paying full value for both games? I know I don't. I would be pissed, man. Like, I would have gone, why bother? So now you see what they've done as well is actually they've done, I know it's not popular, but it's a conscientious thing to do, and I think it's a responsible thing to do. Because if the game, for some reason, because let's just face it, it was never going to come out in March 100% perfect. You know it, I know it. We've been playing Football Manager since the day I was a champ, man. Name me one time we didn't need a patch. And I will buy you a Ferrari and profile it and paint it nicely for you and put your name embossed in gold all over the car. Okay? Yeah, it's the toy Ferrari, the small one, because I can't afford the real car. Yeah, I'll just go to the Hot Wheels shop and buy a small little one and then do it for you. It's impossible. So there are going to be bugs. There's no way it would have been perfect. So then what happens? If people went to the patch, you hit May, the patch comes out, tested, the patch takes 1 month to test. Okay, late May, June comes out. You got July, August, September, October. Guess what? New game coming out. Beta is out. Alpha, beta. The guys who are playing, the guys on the secret, they are stop playing the game. That's it. So what are you gonna do then? So it's not fair. So SI would not have done that. So I think it's the right thing for SI to have done by going in there and gone, you know what? Let's take the bullet and say, let's not release the game. Because there was a time I remember SI did delay the launch of Football Manager and it came out in March. And I think those were the days of Championship Manager. Man, it was a disaster. I was there, man. I went through the whole disaster. Literally, the game was unplayable. I mean, it was like you pop in the game crashes, that kind of thing. You know, every couple of minutes, you can't play the game. There were so many bugs in the game. People got angsty and it got delayed and there was bugs. I mean, literally, nobody really enjoyed the game. Yeah. So I'm glad that they decided to do this, man. FNH should release the next transfer update by next year to prevent the pitchforks. Nah, they won't do that, Marcus. They can't do that. They won't do a transfer update because it's against their licensing agreements. So what I would recommend is you guys go to places like Sort It Out SI. I'll show you guys where to go. Okay, so you got, if you are in that position where you are thinking, hey, you know what, I need to find my updates, right? So the first place you can go is a place called, I'll move my camera so that you guys can see this more clearly. First, I gotta put all these pop-ups, man. Okay, why is my camera so high? Okay, I'll just put it here. Okay, all right. The first place you can go is a place called Sort It Out SI. All right, so in case you're wondering where this is, wait, hold on. There we go. There we go. So this is Sort It Out SI, right? So you can go here. There's sortitoutsI.net. This is a website. Okay, this is one website you can go to download. Of course, the other one I think is FM Scout, right? You can go to FM Scout. You can go to FM Scout as well, and they've got their updates there, so you can definitely go there. They're stable because I'm using the SUSI update. Yeah, I'm currently using the SUSI update. Yeah, and I've been using it for a while, so it's pretty solid. And yeah, we got to do this. So what my recommendation is when you go in, we got not, you're gonna wait for FM25. I might as well do something. So I've got a new save that I'm gonna start with you guys. So the guys who are watching the stream, you guys will be in charge. We won't do it today, we'll do it on Monday. You guys are in charge of Leicester City. So all the guys on the stream, you guys are in charge of, you're the owners of Leicester City. So everybody has a say. So you're gonna be using your channel points to trigger, whatever actions you want to do. You will hire the assistant manager, right? So you all will have a voting system among yourselves to decide what kind of a manager you want. And then basically the goal here is what kind of formation does he play with, right? Okay, then we will autopilot this manager, and then you will do the transfers. We have to work off the budget that they have, right? Okay, whatever budget that they have, whoever move out of the club, you guys decide. Okay, you are basically putting in the players for this club, and you are in charge of this club. Me, while you're doing this, my job is Tottenham Hotspur, because Tottenham Hotspur, they lost their manager. They got fired. So if you look at this, right, Postecoglou was sacked by Spurs fan, and then there's Leicester's Enzo Maresca also left. So they've got a new manager. So you are Nelly Granville, and I am Zany Spurs fan. Okay. So that's what we'll do, okay, to keep ourselves entertained. Meanwhile, in the halls of justice. Coming out to the chat, guys on Twitch, the problem is that they make, let me see. Hey, Gabe, how are you, man? I've gone back to Football Manager 2005. Wow, whoa, man. That's like rolling back the years. Wow, that's really far. I mean, can the machine still run that? What? Do you think that some key people have left the team? Yes, I think that also played a part. I think some key staffers left, which is normal. It's very normal for all these, gaming companies to see attrition. So it's normal. Them losing Nick Madden must have been big, because Nick Madden was literally one of the point people. So that was quite massive or lost. But he's gone to a place called EA Sports, and I'm not sure that, I don't know, man. EA Sports are notorious for their staff movements. SI should have basically said an October release will be delayed. And I don't think they wanted to do that. It's too early. Yeah, too early for them to make the announcement of the cancellation of the game. I've decided. I know a lot of people are sad. I'm sad too. I think the thing is, right, the problem is exactly, Castamero, right? They should have done the pre-orders. They should never have opened pre-orders. The problem is they opened pre-orders and they made themselves look, right, that they were ready. And then, we want money. Pre-orders makes you look like you're interested in the money side of the game, right? That's so sad. They should never have done that. They should never have opened pre-orders up. I think pre-orders was a big, big mistake. And by doing that, they just left themselves open, because now they've given people a reason to say something bad. Like, that's not something that they should have done. Yeah. The problem is that they make all of us addicted to the game, and now they didn't deliver. They expect us to have no withdrawals. Hey, you're that addicted to the game. I mean, like, I thought you were addicted to Black Myth Wukong. Kim Pik Boni. Right, Kim Pik Boni is addicted. I think there are some people, they got their hook into Football Manager, and maybe some of you are really into fantasy football. Must be, right? They say you use all the data from here for fantasy football. Yeah, FM is really cancelled, man, Wallerman. It's 100% gone. Yeah. Ogas, hopefully they don't scrap Chalkboard for the next game, then, which would be truly frustrating. On the end, I can't even watch XG chances on the hub now as a link, but Chalkboard is even linked events. You see, okay, now I am 100% with you, Ogas. I'm 100% with you. Right now, as I announced, right, and for me, it was was a big shock to me. When SI told us that they're removing the Chalkboard. I mean, what? Because the Chalkboard is the only way I can look at XG chain. Meaning, in XG chain, sometimes when we want to know if we create a great opportunity, we create a great chance, we also want to know who are the players who played a part in creating the great chance. That way, we know that these players are critical to the system that we play. Maybe there's a player that played a brilliant through pass, but who was the guy beside him, and how do those linkages happen? So you're looking at the 4 or 5 passes that lead up to that assist. Unfortunately for us, the only place we can find that out is in Chalkboard, and the data hub doesn't have that kind of information. So when SI announced that the Chalkboard wasn't going to be in FM25, I went, because I'm hoping that the Chalkboard has it. So these are some of the things that I think SI are concerned about as well. The overarching player experience. Because you don't want to give them a new game and give them less. Their experience, because already, right, they've removed international management. They removed shouts. If they remove any chance for me to do a nerdish deep dive into how my chances are being made and who's playing a great part in scoring those chances, then what have you done to me, man? My whole play experience is what? It will feel like I'm playing a random game, and I can't really dive into and do a deep dive into the numbers and strip them naked to find out, who's looking good. That whole way of putting that sounded really strange on a Friday. I'm sorry. Okay, so I don't know where they're all okay. It all started from one place, ended up with me thinking about bed. Okay, oh my god. He said that they released the announcements of Women's and Unity in 21-23, respectively. 4 years to integrate women and 2 years for a new engine. There's a lot of work, you know. Yeah, there's a lot. I tell you, there's a lot of work. There is a lot of work, man. No chalkboard is going to be terrible. It's going to be, yes, we all want naked players. I know, right? I don't think they will do that. New, especially now that we have got a fairer sex playing. New save for me in charge of Swindon. Nice. With only Sunday League experience. Very good. See, tell me about what you guys are going to do. I definitely am going to have this save. I'm going to start this save with you guys. I don't know how many of you are going to be playing it with me, but I'm very interested to see you guys. I mean, I'm going to try this out. Of course, I'm not making the changes for our boy Spurs, Leicester City. You guys are in charge of Leicester City. If they release it, it'll be like Battlefield 2042. Maybe, but I don't really have an experience with Battlefield 2042. So Alexander was bottom at Christmas, took over Palace, and now we're in the top 6. Man, you sound like the magician. You sound like the magician, man. Doing well. FM26 better blow our socks off. I think that's a fair sentiment, Luby. 100% agree with you. FM26 better be a game that can throw. I mean, yeah, that's now the problem, isn't it? I mean, now that is the problem. That is the issue now that we're going to face. Okay, when SI decided that they are going to cancel FM25, now we're going to drop into FM26, what do you think everybody's reaction is going to be now? You better make sure FM26 looks phenomenal. See, that is a problem when you start selling your FM25 in FM24. They should never have done that. They should have just kept quiet. They should have just kept quiet. They shouldn't have said anything until they had something to tell us. I'm surprised. Though. I'm very surprised. At least then it wouldn't have been that bad. Now I think it's quite sad. I think, yeah, I know. Taking pre-orders was terrible. I think whether or not FM26 is good, great, phenomenal, people are going to remember. See, the thing is now, I think SI burnt whatever goodwill they had in the tank, it's gone. I'll tell you how silent they were. I'm a moderator on the forums. Even I didn't know what's going on. I mean, like normally the moderators have got a heads-up announcement of what's going on, what's happening internally. Even us know the moderators. And the sad part is, in the forums, I think some people think that we know things, and then they start saying, they were there. Some individuals were quite upset, I guess. Yeah, upset with the moderators and with SI, but guys, the moderators, they know nothing as well. They're just like you. We're just trying our best to make sure the pitchforks stay at home, in the farm. Yeah, we don't want people carrying the pitchforks to SI towers, man. Because to be fair, I mean, most of us are, they have a job to do, and it's a challenging job to do. I just think the SI made a couple of mistakes as far as marketing is concerned. I'm hoping that FM26, because wow, you know how significant this is, and this is the first time it's happened. I think this is the first time it's happened that there is no championship manager or football manager in a calendar year. I don't recall there ever being a year where there was no championship manager since I've been playing it. Since 1997, 98. Yeah, I've been playing this game since 1998, baby. The show 1999, the lunar colony on the moon kind of thing, black and white TV. Dudes, I've been there, man. I'm not on the moon now, but watching black and white TV. So international football in FF26, I don't know. No fantasy draw. There are a lot of questions. No one can answer those questions. I don't think SI have answered whether there will be fantasy football or there will be international football or there will be shouts. But based on the statement that they made, if you look at their statement again, right? If you look at this, there's one paragraph here that is quite important for me. Okay, it's here. Due to a variety, okay, there we whilst many areas of the game that hit our targets, the overarching player experience and interface is not where we need it to be. For me, that's critical. I'm just hoping that is exactly what I think it is. They are trying to do a really good job of making sure that things like interactions are there. I'm hoping. I'm maybe reading too much into it, but you've taken out interactions, you've taken out international management, and you've taken out the chalkboard. For me, my overarching player experience is gone. I don't have a player experience anymore for Football Manager. I'm not putting in a tactic and just like, okay, randomly you're trying to figure out whether it's doing well by looking at XG and that kind of stuff. I want to see more things. See, that's why the chalkboard was so good. The chalkboard was brilliant. The only reason why the chalkboard is coming out, and I can tell you why the chalkboard is coming out, because the chalkboard uses the data hub's data that is pulling out may not connect with the chalkboard, meaning they may not be the same numbers. That's the reason why. Do you think there was a before and after Sega intervening into this? I don't think so. I think it's entirely because Sega has got a financial date that they have to report their numbers by, and because it's so close to their financial reporting time, SI were not allowed to reveal anything until Sega did its financial reports. When Sega's numbers went out today, so that's when they can report. I think this is entirely stakeholder driven. They made it clear in the statement as well. They couldn't say anything because of legal and financial regulations to stakeholder compliance. That's it. FM26 has to come in like gangbusters, polished, mirror smooth with nothing missing and big improvements. Yeah, that's exactly what people are going to look for. No? That's a danger, no? If you think about it. If you think about this right now, people's expectations of FM26 are going to be huge. And SI will have to look at it. They got to cross all the T's and dot all the I's. And the problem with that is it's a game. You can't do it. You can't do that all the time, right? You need thousands of eyes on a game in order for you to make sure that everything is perfect. And they're not going to have thousands of eyes. And we'll see. Yes, it's the Sega financial reporting date. Well, that would have caused all the silence, because Sega's financial reporting date is February. Because Sega is a parent company. Iron Roy, skipping a game for a year will have long-term effect. The casual new player base will move on to new game. Rafting is a percentage of creators could also move on to define success. I don't know. I think it depends on. I think one thing good about Football Manager is that most people, they're happy with the game. Right? I am happy with the game. I play the game. I like the game. I mean, speaking from a personal point of view, right? For me, Football Manager, I like tactics. I like breaking a game down, looking at tactics, and then going from there, and then trying to suss teams out, feeling smart. That the AI cannot beat me. That kind of thing. That's me. That's been me about Football Manager all this time. I'm like that. So when I play the game, it's about beating the game. Yeah. So like now, like let's look at this game right now, right? So I'm going to be playing this game. I'm going to start this game now, basically. So we got this. So the situation we have right now is you guys are in charge of Leicester City. So I'm going to do save game as. I'll put this game. Okay. I'll call this the Nelly Foxes. All right. Community. I'll put this into the Dropbox folder. I'll create a new folder here. All right. We call this Nelly Foxes. So what will happen is you guys can actually extract this file. So you, as a community, you're in charge of Leicester City, right? I mean, you'll have to transfer whoever you want to transfer. I'm not getting involved, right, as far as the staff is concerned. So I'm just gonna set it up in such a way that the responsibilities for Nelly Granville are clear. So hiring and firing is all up to you, right? Okay, so board, done. Staff, handles team selection for Leicester City. We'll delegate this. Okay, so Brian Kidd is now in charge of team selection. Hiring and firing director, you'll do. All the stuff you will do, right? All the stuff is your job. I think decide which Leicester City staff will delegate. Hiring and firing of the assistant manager, delegate. Hiring of the scouting, delegate. Medical staff, delegate. Loan manager, delegate. Coaching staff, delegate. Chief scout, you delegate. Chief scout, you can control. So I'll let you guys do that. And then basically, your job is simple. Your job is to hire the right manager and give him the players. That's all. So you're not going to do anything here. Transfers and contracts, negotiating player signings you will do, initiating player sales you will do, finalize the signings we will be in charge of. All right, so all this will be in charge of. Media, gone. Training, delegate. Not in charge. All right, so this is yours. This is your save. Okay, tactics, delegate. So you're gonna have to find the right manager to take control of your team. Set pieces, delegate. So that's it. So now we confirm this, and then we save this game. Nelly Foxes, browse. Yep, okay, done. See ya. So that's your save, and I'm gonna put that's the base save, right? So you can check, and then I will create this other save, and I'll call it live. Live. That means every time we are playing, the latest data is gonna be here. So if you want to influence the save, you can even play the save if you want yourself, right? If you want to. So essentially, this is you guys. I am in charge of Spurs. So my job is to improve the situation for Spurs. Your job is to improve the situation for your club. Okay? So I'm looking at Spurs now, and then I think they got friendlies, right? I'm not gonna get. Oh my god! I don't know who. Somebody came up with this brilliant idea. I have a lot of friendlies. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay. All right. I'm not playing this game until the 3rd of August. Okay. Okay. You guys are in charge of this. Okay. So you guys can do whatever you want. The way I play is really simple. I don't really worry too much about players. I work with what I have, man. Please, can I suggest a player? Costa Nejovic, a player. For who? Leicester City? Yeah, you guys are in charge. Yeah, you guys can suggest whoever you want. Yeah, and then Spurs fan is also like the final arbiter. Yeah. Leicester have been asked if they wish to continue entering a team in the Premier League under 18. Do you want to continue adding a team in the Premier League under 18? Spurs fan and Oleg, do you guys want to do it? Yes? Okay. All right, we accept. All right, who's this player again? Costa N A D E. There's no Costa. Yeah, we don't have his. Nope, there's no Costa here. I'll see whether you got how many leagues you have got loaded. He's got Belgium, England, France, Germany, playable, Portugal, Northern Ireland, Netherlands, Japan, Italy, Scotland, Spain, and Wales. Wow, you don't have South America. Okay, all right. Okay, okay, this is gonna be interesting. Yeah, Ho is at Aston Villa. Oh, he is at Aston Villa, is it? Okay, I think it's 1 season longer. So this player is here, is it? Okay. Excuse me. His editor players. I don't know who is my team. No? I'm going to find it out very close to match day. Then I'm going to try and figure it out. So this is Nelly Gramble's team. So there's like players that I think looking at the transfers. Transfer history for Leicester. No. So you got Freddie Potts, Stefan Lekovic, Ndidi went out. Castagna went out. What about Spurs fan? I have no idea what's going on with Spurs fan. I'll have to figure out soon enough. Tactics was Spurs fan. He's Spurs. What's Harry Kane still doing here? Oh, yours is doesn't have the new database, huh? Yeah, mine's mute. I was muted just now. You have the new database. I noticed that. Yeah, he joined in 2024 from Red Star Belgrade, but it's not in this save because what he didn't do, this one doesn't, this is from Spurs fan. I don't think he's using the new data. Yeah, this is a vanilla database. Chelsea have accepted offer for Alfie Gilchrist. Chelsea have an accepted offer. Okay, I guess so. Start negotiations. Finally, is this a player they want? Chelsea have an accepted an offer of 0 from Leicester under 21s for Alfie Gilchrist. Yes or no? I think this is all them, no? Yeah. So I think you want to add the staff responsibilities, okay, for contracts, right? Let them for the youth players, negotiating player signings, initiating sales, you initiate, negotiating player sales, you negotiate, finalizing sales, you will negotiate, finalizing player signings for take control, and then finalizing, take control, and then take control. All right, because in this way, the stream doesn't stop, right? You can bring in players, and then if you want to keep any 5-star players, you can finalize the same. Leaving to you all to decide. He didn't pass Nelly. Okay. All finalizing player sales for under 21s will be you. Yeah. So finalizing any player that's under the age of 21, you're gonna control. Right. So at least you control the outgoings. We'll take this one as well. So you control the outgoings. Okay, accept, done. That's your player. I'll accept on your behalf. So I haven't financial fair play scouting, training schedule. I haven't done anything for training either, man. Yeah, I'm just like winging this all the way. So a full week of rest. I'm winging it all the way. I mean, training what I'll do is just do the rest bit and then do double intensity, and then I'll set training. For once in my life, I'm going to ask the S-Pen to take over. Normally, I never do that. Normally, I never do that. I always control it myself. Staff, responsibilities, training. Delegate. Delegate. I'm not going to do it. I'm leaving it to the S-Pen. I'm leaving it. I know it's a big mistake on my part, because I normally am very, very into controlling training. But, once in a while, into it. Luzon want 20 million for Ardon Ashri. Who the heck is this, man? Defensive midfielder. Well, you don't have defensive midfielders at Spurs. I don't even know whether we have enough players. Data hub. Squad planner. Forget this formation. I'm not playing this. Definitely not playing this. I'll play clear this slot as well. For tactic. We will play this. Okay. Done. We'll do overlap. Okay, done. Alright, so I'm gonna use this tactic. Quick pick. Okay, nobody's around. Okay, squad. Let's go to a squad planner. Let's change this to this and let's see what we have. Bissouma, Bentancur, Eric Dyer, Pierre Hoiberg, Juan Souza, okay, AMC. No, he's not going to play there. He's going to play. Got Madison playing there. We got Son Heung-min playing here. We got Asensio can play there. Horta. Okay, strikers. What have we got? We have Goicoreas. Okay, I think fine. Troy Parrott. Okay, don't have to sign anybody. We want 20 million finances. 65 million overall budget. No, forget it. Reject offer. That's me. That's your call. Zini was still going to pay for him. I am not playing for 5-2-1. No. I want to play a game where I don't have to think too much. Hey, you think streaming is easy, is it? With that more difficult tactics. You gotta pay attention. No, I want to have fun talking to you guys. I don't have to think too much. I play 4-2-3-1. Yeah. Really, the best tactic, right? For no headache, just relax, talk to your friends. Have a cuppa. Can you imagine you have a bad day at work? You come back, you just want to chill. 4-2-3-1 is the way to go, baby. You can chill. FC Utrecht accepted offer for Leicester. Who the heck is Taylor? What Taylor Booth you want to sign for? 26. What is this guy? American star player. Midfielder attacking right. Jumping reach. Natural fitness 11. Because you looking at him, I start negotiation. Happy, squats up. What? Shut up. No way, stepping stone. What kind do you think, sucker do you think I am? You come here, you play for me, understand? Relegation release clause 31 million. I tell you what, if I get relegated, you can go for 1 million. What? You still want more money? For that, we remove this nonsense, okay? Wow, not happy, is it? Okay lah, cheap, give you 1k. Take it. See whether smart or stupid. 1k relegation release cost 1k. Come on, I'm so excited. He's gonna work. We want to see whether this player is gonna work very hard to get himself. If we find out that his average rating is 5.5, we know he's working his socks off to get relegated. That's not boring. That's stupid negotiation. Just having fun. Tell you, this game is all about having fun. Okay, look. We got all this, right? So now let's go and do let's do something useful with our lives. Okay, recruitment focus. All this who needs all this? Okay, create recruitment focus. Do something simple. All right. We want this tactic. Any position from no. We come to this tactic. Okay, choose any role. Any position from here, transfer. Okay, cheap. Okay, any player that can come in? No, definitely not this age group. Okay, ongoing. Make sure they're tall. Okay, about at least 1.8. 1.8 is reasonably tall. So age 15-24. Any position here. Or we can just do it. Anyone you can find. This works too, baby. Okay, any position as works too. Ting. You do all this. Go to 15-24. This is like the most general of general. Yeah, ongoing. We got the height. Yeah, then is Kulos Bananos. Okay, done. All done. Okay, this is the anyone will do. Okay. Anyone will do. As long as he's 2.5 star, we'll take you 3. Let's not be cheap. Okay, all right. Wow, anyone will do. See that? Look at the list of anyone will do. That's it. You see? This is how easy it is to create a recruitment focus. Anyone who can fit into our system will do. All right, now we create another one. Okay, and then we do any one more, any position or any tactic transfer, and then we go okay, 2 star, 3 star. Now we are looking for okay, any kit will do, but we want them to be taller. Done. Done. Any one will do and any kid will do. All right, so we got anyone will do for the children, nobody. So this is okay. Done. I think this is a bit high. Okay, all right. Okay, it's done. This one, we got all these players. Okay. You see, this is a funny thing about Football Manager, right? You notice when you first come to this page, when you wait, okay, never mind, I'll show you something. Okay, see this? We first come to this page. Now it's showing. No? Sometimes you don't see this tab. You don't see this tab. I like this tab because I can see this. So these are all the players these are all decent players. Okay, potential. We only got this Omari Killerman. Okay, failed my test. Aggression too low. Okay, let's go. Vardy with a 1-year contract. You guys got any players you want to add to the squad? You better do so. Remember this save, you guys can download it. No? Vardy is leaving, you got no striker. Y'all are in charge, this is your club. This is your club. This is your club. Destiny, you have to control, no, because we only got one manager there. His name is... The guy you're pinning all your hopes on is this guy called Brian Crit. He's going to be playing a 4-4-2. Are you happy with this guy as your manager? This guy is running your scene. You can get any manager in, okay, but you cannot go out there and get you can't go out there and get Pep Guardiola, it has to be one of the other managers. So let's see. So we can go preferred, I think. Coaching. Where is it? Where it got preferred formation sometimes. Okay, you can preferred attacking formation. I'm going to remove this. And then we can have playing mentality. Okay, all right. Who do you want? You can't bring in Klopp or Arne Slot. None of those. He has to be one of the. He has to be assistant manager. You have to give an assistant manager the chance to take on the job because you cannot bring in Guardiola. All those out, fail. All fail. So you can pick anyone. So you have to tell me what formation do you want him to play. This is your manager. Any ideas for long-term save as I just finished my youth academy challenge in with Atletico? Luby. Plenty, man. Pour one out for the fallen homie for FM. Yeah, man, you're making it sound very sad. I think we have to do the bugle for them. I don't know, man. So sad. But no one can say they weren't surprised, right? No one can say they're not surprised, right? With the passing of FM25. They were such a wonderful game. They were such a wonderful addition to our lives. They brought us so much joy. It is with a sadness that we have to let them go and hope they find peace in the hereafter. Cheers, FM25. So you want choose what is your preferred attacking formation. So you're gonna choose who you want. Right, so you're gonna have a chance to. So I already set it up for you guys. If you want 4-2-3-1, right? You want the playing mentality of the coach to be balanced. These all. So you gotta look at it that way, Pepper Linders is Hey, I know this game quite well. I'm recommending that you're okay, his tactical knowledge is 15, his preferred formation is 4-3-3, and his second formation is 5-3-2. If you want, he's the assistant manager at Liverpool, and you can do a transfer if you want him to come over. but he only plays the 4-3-3 and the 5-3-2. So if you want like a manager that plays like a 4-2-4, you can't tell from here. They won't have a 4-2-4. Okay, let's try 4-2-4. How many managers play the 4-2-4? You got this Jean-Yves de Blasis. Tactical knowledge 6. You don't want him, what? You don't want this guy either. Tactical knowledge 6. Tactical knowledge 8. You need a manager to have some tactical knowledge. You want him to be the guy. No, don't just suka dump a formation. You go there. You need the manager to have good tactical knowledge. That's going to be my advice to you guys. Okay. If you go in there and you go, we want the guy to have whatever. The most important thing is this thing now, tactical knowledge. You need 14 at least. So you're looking at like, see the playing mentality, tactical knowledge. You start at high tactical knowledge. Only these managers available to you guys. Who do you want? These are the formations that they are playing. 4-2-3-1. You've got assistant manager for Reims under 19. His tactical knowledge is quite good. He's at 14. His preferred formation is a 4-2-3-1. Yeah. The thing is, this is their personality. All right. Their attacking mentality, I can't tell you right now. You come inside here. This is his balance, his near post, in swinging. He's got defensive balance. Marking is pretty good. And then attacking numbers, he attacks the box with quite a few players, okay, for his set pieces, high line. They won't tell you what his attacking mentality is. Right, so this guy is a decent 4-2-3-1. Yeah. So depends on how you guys want what you want. You can drop it down if you think it's not enough, but we're not going to use a manager that is something like that. Yeah, then we come in here. Assistant manager, or we can just go any and then go by that. But most likely you need assistant manager. Tactical knowledge at least 14. That's my advice. You get a high world reputation also, not too bad. But these are all managers who are currently working, right? So you see you can't sign any of them. Then you've got assistant manager here, Juventus assistant manager Marco Landucci. Okay, 5-2-5-3-2, normal formation. Then you got Germany, Peter Krawitz, assistant manager over at Liverpool, plays a 4-4-2. So if you're looking at playing mentality, adventurous is too high, it's very attacking. I want attacking mentality. I would probably go okay, let's go with adventurous. Okay, adventurous. These are the adventurous ones. Okay, and coaching, we'll just leave it like that. Okay, so we can go through here. So these are all directed. They got assistant manager Juventus, Marco Landucci, plays a 5-3-2. One option that you have. The next option that you have is Carlos Machena, Valencia, plays a 4-4-2. Then we have over here Atalanta, Machucello, plays a 4-4-2 narrow. Then we have Jose Joao Sacramento, driven assistant manager at plays a 5-2-3. Okay, let's just look at all the formations. Okay, so we got. See whether we can just narrow this down to assistant manager, because sometimes you cannot get them. Okay, so these are all the assistant managers. Okay, all right. All current assistant managers. Preferred job, all assistant manager, or we can preferred job or manager. Let's see what happens. Okay, so all these guys want to be manager at some point in their life. So got this guy Hiroshima Miyazawa 5-3-2. Yeah, if you want, we can rope somebody in from another club. But ideally, you want assistant manager. Yeah, you want assistant manager. Okay, so you don't upset the apple cart. Just keep kid. Okay, you guys want to keep kid? You all decide amongst yourselves. You are the ones who are. This is your club. Loan Brian Gill until the end of the season. Well, I don't loan anybody. All right. I'm gonna go on holiday, man. Choose. This is gonna be funky. You guys are gonna discover that I'm going all the way to holiday until August the 1st. Skipping everything. David Ozo is the best DM you've ever had in FM24. Thanks for the recommendation. Ozo. David. 8.1 breakthrough, boom, 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 transfer, ask agent about availability. 8.3, ting, ting, transfer, make an offer, add installments, 12 installments, 3. And I add another 5, suggest terms, coming. I never used David Ozo before. Yes. I went for David Ozo. Who are you signing? Are you signing David Ozo too? Do you want to sign David Ozo? You got money, man. This is your squad. Tactics. Okay. You got your manager is playing a 4-4-2. So we clear this slot. You clear this slot. Your preset vertical tiki-taka 4-4-2, no. Wing play 4-4-2. Your manager is playing a 4-4-2. Okay, so this is what he's going to use. Data hub, squad planner, 4-4-2, wing play. What does he have? He got Dewsbury Hall, Sumare, Harry Winks, Hamza Chowdhury, Luke LaRue, Alex Scott on loan. I cannot make him do a 4-2-3-1. There's no way I can make him do a 4-2-3-1 because your manager is gonna play his formation. I just walk away lah. Like if you want David Ozo, you all can sign him. My guy Granada cannot find us. Coyote set for okay. Except I love my Coyote, man. Yeah. One of my favorite players in the game. Michael Coyote is a phenomenal talent. He'll develop very fast. I want a Copa Libertadores, which is basically the equivalent of Champions League. So I would say yes. Then, it's possible to win Champions League with only academy graduates. You can do that, but it takes you a long time. No, you can't. Your job is not. You see, this is it. You are not in charge of the formation either. You're the owner of the club. So imagine you're the owner of the club. You can't go and tell the manager, I want you to play a 4-2-3-1. Can you do that? Do you think you'll be able to sign any manager? You have to think that way, you know. So you are owners of the club. Yeah, you cannot do that. You have to find a manager that you think is going to play the formation that you like. So if you want 4-2-3-1, you got to find a 4-2-3-1 manager. That's how you play this game. So your job is to find the right manager. See whether you guys can influence Leicester's, can get Leicester to survive. Then we can go watch the games. That's the thing. There's still plenty of time. Yeah, you just imagine. No, now it's as good as you hiring the manager because you're bright kid. I mean, if you want, we can. The problem with hiring Pep Guardiola is that he can't stay because chances are those managers will leave. No. So you might go, oh, I want Pep Guardiola to come, but how you won't be able to keep him. 3 months later, while we are playing the game, he leaves the club. What are you going to do then? Yeah. So that's why you need to use an assistant manager. Assistant manager will stay. You can't bring Unai and all these other fellas in. You cannot bring any of those managers in. You have to use assistant manager. Because players like, if you bring like Jose Mourinho, right, he'll leave. He'll retire, become a scout. Naipan. Yeah, he's a player in a lot of these players are going to be going for Naipan. Quite a number. He's a talented player. Question, we decline. Still July the 1st. Though. Friendly, Tottenham Hotspur. Oh. Okay. Okay, Nelly Granville is official. Now, go on holiday indefinitely. Ting ting. Yeah, if you want, you can get some players on loan from Liverpool, like Gerald Kwanzaa, you can get on loan. You can get Tyler Morton on loan. You can get Tyler Morton on loan, Kwanzaa on loan. The other one you can go, Connor Bradley also, you can get him on loan. Tottenham has signed. Who the heck is Joe Willock? I'm not even involved. I don't know who these players are coming into my club. I'm just accepting. I'm also playing the same way, like, Spurs when you made some transfer moves, right? So I'm just accepting whoever is coming to the club. Can we loan Harry Kane for free for first season? Harry Kane is injured, You can loan whoever you want. Whether he comes to you or not, it's up to you, lah. Yeah. Like I said, you are the owners of the club. You decide what you want. I'm here only to trigger your instructions. Yeah. So let's see. I think Harry Kane is injured on my team. Harry Kane is in Al Ittihad. So if you want to loan him, you've got to get him from Al Ittihad. He's now playing for Al Ittihad. Interest squad. Oh yeah, I got to manage both teams. The number of friendlies have been set up. Hey, Bagaskara, with the cancellation of FM20, we'll try some FM24 match engine mods. No way on heavens to earth the Murgatroyds. No, thank you. To me, there's not a mod, I mean, I use the match engine. I'm very familiar with the animations and what they mean, so I don't want to use something else that is different. Yeah. I think if people are, they should play the game the way they want to play it. If they like it, go ahead and use the mod. I'm not going to be using it. Yeah. But it's fairly interesting, FM, Football Manager 25 is going to be... It's not there anymore. Sad lah. It's really sad. Liverpool and Spurs, I have to admit, I did not get a chance to watch the game. I was sleeping. I was very tired that day. I've been looking after the kids the whole day, so I didn't get a chance to sleep. I mean, I'm glad to see that Liverpool made short work of Spurs. I'm still trying to watch the game on stream. I'm trying to stream it. No Wukong DLC, no FM. Wukong is going to be before Football Manager. Wukong is coming in November. You can't get Unai or any of those managers. You cannot use a manager at a club. You cannot use any of the high-profile managers. The reason is because they will leave your club. You cannot control them. Yeah, you cannot lock them into your club. Right? Because if you go and bring in Unai Emery, he will leave the club, no? Because he's not an assistant manager in the game. So what will happen is some clubs will make an offer for him. Now, what are you going to do then? It's quite difficult to do that. Then he's gonna mess up your say big time, I tell you. Then every once in a while he'll be like, oh no, now I've got to change manager again. Then you got to try. Then you disrupt the entire ecosystem of the game. So my advice is don't do that. Ben Davies, what is your problem, Ben? Contracted 2025. I'm not giving you another contract. You wanna play, you play. Sam. 25 million, I'll take. I just hope I've got a left back. I think I do, right? Who's this guy? Dedic. Okay, can. definitely we have a left back. Schedule. Okay, I'm just gonna holiday all the way on the 31st of July. I'm not bothering. Heck, whatever tactic they want to use. Choose 31st of July. Bang, gone. Ding ding. Hopefully we have a team. Okay, one thing chat. Please count the player registration numbers. That's gonna be important. Very, very important. I think you got until we won't rush it, no? You know why? I save this game, then after this you guys can look at the save right offline. Then offline you guys can make a decision on notes, whatever. Then you can either leave it on Discord for me, or you can the next stream we can come in and do it. Yeah. Because we're gonna be streaming on Monday as well, right? This could be an interesting save. I mean, it's fun. It's unique. I mean, it's like both of us are playing at the same time. I mean, in a sense, you are playing too. You're influencing Leicester City. It'd be interesting to know whether viewers can control the destiny of the club without really playing. Then you can get a chance to watch the games, right? And then we'll watch the games. Yeah. And then you'll have your stakeholders as well, players that you are going to be signing. And you have to take a vested interest in your players in the development. Yeah. So all of you can participate. I haven't decided how to use this. I know all the subs will definitely have a lot to say. And then for the rest of you, channel points, maybe if you want to do certain things. Yeah, Dogu guy. Yeah, exactly. You got time. I'm just pushing it further because if you notice, the date is July. It's still pre-season. So there's a whole month of August. And then once I hit the August date, you guys can do what you want to do in terms of signing players. Because I'm moving this because the save is kind of started kind of early, man. I don't know what replace 2025, all these notes mean, no? It's all Spurs fan in these notes. I'm like, okay. That's a lot of notes, man, this game. A lot of notes. We'll figure it out as we go. What's the worst that can happen to me, right? I get fired at Tottenham Hotspur. Chances of me getting fired playing a 4-2-3-1 pretty remote now. Yeah. Pretty remote. Why? I got no staff. I'll be laughing my head off now. I got no staff. I got director, I got this. Okay, right. What's the problemo? There's no problemo. See, I'm not worried about trading. Not my problem. They can hire out staff. I'm not getting involved in my staff and their issues, man. Yeah, so far we are here. Schedule, where are we now? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got plenty of time now, right? So 22nd July, there's plenty. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this game. I'll put it into the live and then it's in the folder. Okay, so you guys can then I'll kick in Dropbox. This means that in a short while, this save is going to sync for you guys, right? It will sync. And then when it syncs, right, you guys will be able to check out the save and then make your assessments. And then the next time we stream, you guys can tell me what to do. And it's, any guy, whether you're on YouTube or you're on Twitch, you're all involved. Yeah. The guys on YouTube also can, I mean, all you gotta take is who do you want to let go in the club? Or, assign which manager you're gonna take. Assistant manager. I mean, not happy with Brian Kidd playing as 4-4-2. Maybe you go into the save, and it's a vanilla DB, so you don't have to have the latest sorted out SI thing database to make it work. So once again, if you are playing FM24 and you're wondering what am I going to do with FM24 if it's gone, the thing is the game and all the work is in progress, right? It's just a delay, like Paul Edwards is saying, it's just a delay. That's it. To me, FM is FM. It's a football manager game, right? What's the difference between FM24 and FM25? Database, right? So I just go Susi take the database, I got FM25 in my toolkit. So that's how I approach it. It's not the end of the world for me. New features in the game. How many more features do you think they can add to Football Manager? In fact, I'm telling you right now, I'm more worried that FM25 is going to have less features than FM24. I mean, they're already taking out Chalkboard. They're already taking out international management. They're already taking out interactions. The overarching play experience is less than it is in FM24. I personally think I don't mind playing FM24, man. I think it's more fun. The question is at the end of the day whether or not you can make it more interesting for yourself, right? So how do you make it more interesting for yourself? A, you use a database, get it from SUSI, or you can get it from FM Scout. I'm sure there are other places that have it, but my advice is go to the places which I've got a volume. Like, so FM Scout and SUSI are the ones I trust. Why? Because sheer volume of people using it as you know, those guys, they test the databases out. And so far, I'm not having any issues. Okay, so that's the first good news. The second thing you can do with this is find a new challenge for yourself with the game. I personally don't think that it's the end of the world. to me, it's not the end of the world. The end of the world for me is like if my son, you know, has to go for an operation. That for me, isn't the end of the world. I think game not being available isn't the end of the world. For the guys who are working and for them, this is, you know, the way they draw their income. I think for them, it's a serious matter. People like the guys at SI, I think for them it's tough, and I feel sorry for them. I know it's a huge challenge to move from one engine to the other engine, but communication-wise, they should have done a better job. Yeah, they should have just, you know, heads up, guys, or something, right? Or just basically don't tell people what FM25 is going to be like. They didn't do that, which is a problem for me, man. Maybe I should try the Chinese mod FM24 thing. I'm not going to. I mean, yeah, I know people have suggested it, but that's like the graphics. To me, it doesn't change anything. It's just the translation only. It won't change the in-match match engine calculations. See, the thing is for me, right? As long as it doesn't change the match engine calculations, for me, I'm not interested. Yeah, it's just cosmetic. It's like telling me to play with a new skin. I'm like, dude, seriously? No thanks. Yeah. So I would just go, if you want to do updates. I'm afraid of mods. I tell you something, I've had very bad experiences with mods. Very, very bad experiences. So I don't touch a mod with a 10-foot pole. I would touch a database update, only the ones I use. So and you guys know how much of a stickler I am with DBs, right? So I went to SUSI. I like SUSI's DBs more. I'm not nothing against FM Scout. I just, you know, I don't, the DB that I used that crashed was from FM Scout. So, you know, that's why I'm at SUSI. I hope there will be an engine in November. Need to send positive files to SI. I think it'll be fine, you know. Yeah. But I think there'll be a game coming in November. We're going to see different kinds of goals, or maybe play FM23. I think at the end of the day, right, it's great for people to go out there and pivot to another game, or you know, find something different to do, you know, with the game. But I'm gonna call it now because I've got to go to the kids. Yeah, there's a lot of volume coming in the house, so I need to go and talk to the boys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and rate FM Llama. I know FM25 is cancelled, but it's not the end of the world, guys. And there will be a brand new save. We're going to start it here. It's Nelly and the boys. Okay, so it's Nelly, and you guys are in charge of Nelly Granville over at Leicester City. Your job is to get them safely away from the relegation zone. My job is to turn things around at Spurs, who did very badly. Meanwhile, we're going to go and raid Llama. So you guys stay safe, be good, take care of yourselves, have a great weekend. I'll see you guys next week. Take care. Bye-bye.